Hi, how are you? This is Matthew from LoveBudi with a love tip for today, August 23rd, 2019. Money makes your life different, doesn't it? When you understand love, when we think about love, we really get in touch with what love is about. The impact of money becomes very, very obvious because when you think about love and you have love as a foundation in your life, you have it as a guide and as a reference. You don't get that from school. You don't get that from your home usually, very rarely. Didn't get it in my family. Got a lot of the opposite of what love is absolutely not in my family, and it caused me to, not that there was a lot of abuse or anything like that, but it was just like a loveless place. And a really great contrast to what real love is. So, it caused me to go out and search and understand, well, what would be a compassionate, what would be a loving, what would be a kind, respectful, considerate, nurturing, empowering way to behave, to treat each other, to treat ourselves. But anyway, so in our environments, school, home, religions, especially religions, are usually, now there are exceptions, but usually religions have absolutely nothing to do with love. They have to do with dogma. It's a group, it's a cult. And so you have a certain list of beliefs. You believe those beliefs, you accept those beliefs, or you're out. Or you feel really weird, or you quit because you say, well, I don't believe in that. I believe in this, this, and this, but I don't believe in that. And then you quit, find another religion, or maybe quit religions, not looking for a religion to be the solution in life. What about money? When you have money, is that love related? When you're aware of love and you're looking for love, you become so obvious. It can become so clear that money messes up the whole love approach to life. Maybe a really good example I just came to mind was prostitution. Maybe you've got a guy. He doesn't have love in his life. He doesn't have sex in his life. He doesn't have compassion. He doesn't have this warmth and affection, these hugs, and also just the sexual aspect of enjoying having sex with another person. So he goes to a prostitute and, because he can't find a girlfriend, whatever reason. And prostitutes, they do that for a living, and he's not going to find love that way. Maybe he'll find sex that way. Maybe the sex can be okay, maybe not. Depends on the whole situation. But what I'm getting at is that money can't buy you love. As the Beatles say, money can't buy you love. And money gets in the way of love. Money prevents love from happening. And money is a mess. Money messes up life to such a degree. I just want to look at some notes here. So what do we need money for? You'd be really surprised if you really thought about it objectively. So what I'm starting to get at, love is a foundation in life. Love is, you understand love, and love is your guide. Okay, and that's where I live every day. I'm a guy who's trying to, not always successful. I'm trying to have love as my guide, as my reference, as my foundation in life, as my pursuit, because I believe that love solves everything. And since I've done that, my life is just, I don't know how to describe it. You can't describe it. When you know who you are, you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you know how to handle situations, and blessings come. Incredible, miraculous blessings come when we focus on love. But if we don't know about love, we don't focus on love, then okay, so we're out in the cold. What do we need money for? Surprisingly little. But the world uses money, and they use money. The second question here, how does money manipulate? So money will manipulate us. We have to do a job we don't want to do. Slavery is about money. Poverty is, obviously, it's about money. But if we have compassion for each other, if the world was based upon compassion, we wouldn't have thousands and thousands of children dying every day from, terminal diarrhea because they're drinking this dirty water. Because people in New York are buying handbags for $1,000, $2,000, instead of taking those resources and putting them into wells and filters for the water for people in sub-Saharan Africa. Now, I use that as an example because I've looked into that a little bit and I know a little bit about that. Not much. There are people that are doing great great work in that area, like one project called Charity Water, that some famous people, some rich people have got involved and contributed to, and they're changing a lot of lives. They're helping a lot of people. Because we're money-based, because this world is money-based, because there are billions of people that are doing jobs that they really don't like at all, and some of them absolutely hate those jobs just to make a living. They're not contributing to society. They're not really helping anybody. I mean, look at the millions of people and the trillions of dollars involved in the financial sector. Look at how houses are kept vacant because people can't pay the rent, so they're out on the street. There are more houses available in America than there are homeless people, and there are millions of homeless people. Why? That's because of money. So how does money enslave? People do jobs they don't want to do because they have to pay their bills, because money is the center. Now, if you have this center for trade called money, the people who are most shrewd, the people who are most manipulative, the people that are the most tricky, the people that have the sharpest mind when it comes to manipulating other people, are the ones that become rich. Now, you can be an entertainer, you can become rich too, but in general, the people that run Wall Street, the people who run the Federal Reserve, the people who run the banking systems, these are people who are shrewd and intelligent when it comes to handling money. But when it comes to being compassionate human beings, their IQ is next to zero, because they're focusing more on money. That's where all their energy, where you put your energy, where you put your attention is what you're going to learn, what you're going to get good at. What the world has taught them and what they have decided to learn is that money is power, and keep that money, hold that money, don't share that money, and don't work in systems that are making sure that everyone is being taken care of. Food, clothing, shelter, security, health care. No. When you look at America, it's an absolute mess. And I talk about America because I know it the best. But a lot of countries around the world, it's just incredible how it's all about the money, but it's not about the love. So I'm telling you, because I've spent thousands of hours working on this and understanding this, money is the linchpin of tyranny. If we didn't use money as the center, as the way to control, manipulate, dominate people, and if it weren't the people that have these not so nice intentions in their mind, they don't care about other people. They just care about getting that money and having that power. If the people who had the money, people who ran the systems, people who had the power, if they cared about people, we wouldn't have thousands of children dying every day. So it becomes just this incredible, it becomes incredibly obvious when you understand these basics that I'm talking about. It's just black and white. It's just so clear and so easy to see what runs this world and how little people know about money, how absolutely unnecessary money is for helping the world run smoothly. But on the other hand, how incredibly necessary money is for controlling and manipulating people, and some people keeping a position of power and keeping the other 99% of the people in a state of poverty so that they have no options and they're struggling and they're lots of the time absolutely, they're just dying literally because they don't have money. Money's an incredible thing. Money's not necessary for trade. Okay, this is the biggest lie that people buy because they never really think about it. They never really study it. Everything that goes on, by the way, everything that goes on in your family, there's no money exchange, right? If you have the old-fashioned kind of a home where the mother is taking care of the children and she's cooking food and she's maybe doing a lot of the cleaning, the husband goes out and he works. There's a trade within the family. The kids have their chores. There were 6 kids in my family, so there were 8 of us, 2 adults and 6 kids. We all had our chores. Yeah, we had allowance, but that had really nothing to do with how the household would run. We had a list of chores that we had to do, and we all contributed. We all did things to help out to make the family run. If you have an environment where people trust each other, they take care of each other, they care about each other, if you have a community, You don't need money any more than a family, any more than the husband needs to pay the wife for doing the dishes, or the wife has to pay the husband for mowing the lawn, to speak in these very traditional old-fashioned terms. But it's a model that easily explains. Anyway, I can go on and on. Over 10 minutes already, supposed to be closer to 5 minutes. I'm sorry about that, but this money thing really gets to me because it's incredible, and I'm working on a book about money. But when you have love as your center, money stands out like a sore thumb as an incredibly destructive force that really almost nobody is aware of. I have people argue with me how important money is and how we can't trade chickens, at the market when we want to buy some vegetables, and all these ridiculous examples of how great and wonderful and important money is. You don't watch the news. If you don't know how destructive, incredibly horrible the impact of money has on our world, you've never turned on the news in a conscious way. You've never made that connection. I encourage you, I urge you to do that. I urge you to think about some of the basic things I've said. See if it makes any sense to you. Because I've thought long and hard about this, and I'd love to be challenged by somebody who's thought about it. Okay, that's it for now. Now I got to calm down because I got myself all angry. I'm sorry. I hope your life is filled with love. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I love you. I'll see you next time. Until then, I'll say bye-bye for now. This is Matthew with LoveBudi and another love tip for today. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.